What up? What up? Welcome to another episode of Between the Two Talk.
We here.
Thank you for tuning in, giving us your time. We totally appreciate it. We want you guys to like, follow, share.
Yes, sir.
We want you to do all that. Comment, all right? We look forward to the comments. The topic today is, how much control should a baby mama really have? Like, how much control? I am Tony Bennett. I am the host.
I am Leonard, a.k.a. Fort Madison.
Okay.
And I'm here, and we got somebody else with us.
Yeah, I'm Kelvin Bennett. I'm just a special guest in here tonight.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Now, our special guest is doing so wonderful. So wonderful. But let's hop into this topic. How much control should a baby mama really have?
The BM.
Oh,
the BM.
Lord.
I think you called it the bowel movement earlier.
Okay.
If you got a bad one.
Okay, if you have a bad one. There's a lot of them that do.
Yeah.
So,
how long should a man provide for his baby mama? How long?
I don't think a man should ever provide for his baby mama, but I think a man should provide for his child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's where there's a lot of gray area, right? Because you can't give the child the money, so the baby mama got to get the money.
Get the money.
And I just pray you're with a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I don't deal with the baby mama drama, but I do have a lot of friends that deal with it, and I just hear horror stories.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Right.
It can get bad. It can get really, really bad real fast.
Right. So my ex, I say this all the time, professional football player. When he broke up with his baby mama, his BM, he moved her into an apartment because they lived together. He moved her into an apartment. He paid her rent up for a year, bought her a new car, bought all her furniture, and on top of, he pays child support, right? He pays child support. She does nothing for the child. He buys all the school supplies, school clothes, all the supplies. Yeah, they mix it together. He buys all of those things. So for me, that's enough. And I had to deal with that. And then he also, for another baby mama, he paid her down payment on the house and plus all the other things.
Does he want a baby daddy?
I know.
I'm trying to get that lifestyle.
I know. So that's what I had to go through, him paying for all those things for
So
him.
how did that make you feel though?
It made me feel really not great. It caused a bunch of issues in our relationship because I'm like, why are you taking care of her for an entire year? But it made sense. Like, she was used to living a certain lifestyle, so I'm going to afford those things to her for at least a year. I don't think that's so bad. But you got guys out here that they baby mama calling them middle of the night, hey, I need this, I need my bills, my lights off, I need this, I need that. I feel like women start to take advantage of the situation.
That's a very thin line because a woman can take advantage of it. But, I mean, like, going through the whole pregnancy and raising a child, and that first year, the baby don't care about the father. In the middle of the night, that baby does not want me. It wants the nipple from the mom.
Right.
And I can put the baby up here.
Right.
But that baby ain't gonna latch. Okay?
No.
And if it does, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, I tried.
They do have the man, you can put
I ain't do that.
They do. Okay, so.
But it's hard for a woman. I've seen that side. It's hard for a woman because that whole at least first year, that baby is all for the mom.
Yeah.
Okay, but why the man got to pay for it? Okay, so anyway, who made the baby mama the ruler of the kids? Who said that she can say, don't take my baby, don't have my baby, you can't take my baby around her, you can't my baby.
The penal system.
Yeah, the courts.
Who?
The penal system.
That's the most stupid mess ever.
Well, so I got a good friend, and he deals with a very immature baby mama. And he told me, he said, the system is not set up for me. I want to be a great father, but at the end of the day, it's all about the mom.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I'm speaking from my own life experiences that the child support system is garbage.
Yeah.
You know, I got put on child support just because I did something that she didn't like one time, and she made a call.
Yeah.
And a week or two later, I was in the mediation.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually work with my ex-husband because I was married, so that he's the father of both of my children. But I didn't ask for any alimony because life is tough enough.
Yeah.
You know, life is, so I didn't ask for any alimony. But you gonna have me take care of these kids, you know. But I didn't try to break his back. I didn't try to do that. But you're gonna help me take care of my kids. I wasn't the baby mama, don't have my kids around so-and-so, make sure they put on sunscreen before they go outside, put them in the bed before so-and-so.
Let me speak on that, though. What if the person that your baby daddy with is not a good person? Mm-hmm. Because the stories I've heard, the daughter is with the mom, right? And the mom is dating a guy that's not the best person.
Yeah.
And so they raise this daughter a certain way, but when the daughter comes to dad, they're very structured.
Yeah.
Now there's a conflict of the way that the child should live.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I think you have to make better choices in who you make children with. It starts at that moment. Because when you separate, then they may be, spiteful, or they may, hit a low point and start making bad decisions.
You know how women are.
They may hit a low point and start making bad decisions. Yeah. Unfortunately, the children, they're the only people that suffer.
Yeah.
So for me, it's this decision making. So try to make the best decisions to avoid those sorts and types of situations. That's all I can say.
Okay, so why not, if the mother fell on bad times and this and that, why not just give the kid to their father?
So for me, speaking as a mother, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, we carried those kids for 9 months. We want to ensure that they have the best of whatever. We want to, make sure that they're in bed on time. They do their homework. They're getting the best education and all that. So sometimes it's not out of spite. It's just out of great parenting.
But what if the dad can provide all of that?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot of us that do that.
And I think it's the fact that the woman carried the baby for that long. It's an attachment.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, I don't even think it's that. Once
you think it's straight control?
Yeah, once you go through a divorce or just breaking up with your baby mama or whatever, it's all about that person. Mm-hmm. And a lot of things change when you break up.
Yeah.
And people get bitter, salty, and all of that.
Absolutely.
And like I said, one thing can just turn into something big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them bitter.
And then it turns into control. It's a control war.
Then it's, you didn't do this for me, so you can't see your son or your kids for a month.
Yeah, and a lot of times it could be like, let's say the man stepped out, right? Now that creates a whole slew of problems if the baby mama has the baby, but this man stepped out, so there's a lot of animosity between the two, and the baby's just caught up in the mess.
Right.
Because he still could be a good father.
Right.
Even though he did step out.
Yeah, and he stepped out because the woman didn't
just because
give
he's
him
not
attention.
a good husband or boyfriend does not negate
put this on a woman.
Just because he isn't a great lover or husband or boyfriend doesn't negate the fact that he could be a wonderful father.
Yeah.
Those are different hats. Those are different situations. Okay, so does the baby mama need to meet the girlfriend before the kids are allowed around her?
Hell,
that's a tough situation.
Why you didn't let me meet her? I ain't seen her. Why you let my kids around? I don't know her.
It really depends on the person.
On the baby mama.
Yeah, cause
I'm gonna say
if you have two mature women,
yes,
then they understand. I remember I was bartending one time, and I was talking to this lady. There was two ladies right there, right? And after a couple drinks, they talk about everything. Mm-hmm. Turns out, the woman on the right was the baby mama, and the woman on the left was the wife. Mm. And they on vacation together. Wow. And I was like,
that's
Lord,
how does that happen?
Right.
And the baby daddy wasn't even there.
Oh, they were just together.
Yeah, I was
Bonding.
like, whoa,
that's a grown woman's.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a crazy dynamic, but they were able to work all of that out.
And
That's not every story.
No, that's very good for the kid that's in that situation.
Yeah.
If they could.
The baby mama, she's like, I don't want nothing to do with him. He's a great father, but I don't want to be with him. But I respect this woman because she's, gonna be around my child.
Yeah. And she's doing the right thing.
Yeah. And that's maturity, but that's not every story.
Oh.
I don't feel like the woman should have that, like that. I don't feel like she should be able to say who her kids are around because it's 50-50.
Yeah.
It took the man and the female to create that child.
Yeah.
So, who gave her the authority to say my kids can't be around your girlfriend because I've never met her?
Well, it should be.
What
50,
is going to
50.
change?
Yeah, it should be 50-50.
What's going to change?
Going back to the court system.
It's
not necessarily 50-50.
Yeah,
But
that woman has 2 or 3, 4 different guys coming around in.
That's what I'm saying.
But I can't have one girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying. Who made her judge and jury
The court.
to say you better not have a girl around my kid until I meet her? She's not gonna like her anyways.
Nope.
She's not gonna like her anyways because if she had moved on with her life and she was mature, she would say, "I'm gonna give you the proper respect." And
in a perfect world.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the proper respect to have my kids or our children around whoever you deem is suitable. You're not gonna say I need to meet her because that's just a way to say I don't like her because her hair too blonde. I don't like her because she looked at my kid wrong. That's just a way for her to be very extremely negative.
Yeah.
And say, don't bring my kid around her.
That's the immaturity.
What kind of crap is that? And then some guys out here complaining like, you ain't met my baby mama. You weak ass mother. Listen, grab your balls.
Stand up, man.
Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. She was talking to somebody out there.
I'm talking to you. You know what I'm talking to. You know.
He know.
He know. He know.
Yeah.
Listen, live your life. If you're being a good father, then you don't need permission from your baby. What can she do? Honestly, take you to court. You should be paying child support anyways.
So great question. Should you pay child support or should you support your child?
And for me,
that's
it's
a good
the
question.
same. Child support and supporting your child is the same. If you could provide some sort of receipts, you bought tennis shoes, you bought school supplies, you're providing haircuts, whatever. Why does the system? I'm gonna tell you, the only reason the system needs to mandate it is because of deadbeats. But these guys that are out here doing it, stop penalizing them.
What about? No, it's not always deadbeats. What about the women who are just selfish and want more and want more and want more?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They need to have less control. That's what I'm speaking to. Women should not have all the control. Why? Because you carried the baby for 9 months. You wouldn't have the baby if it wasn't for him. So I don't appreciate women that use kids as pawns. Get over it. Move on with your life, please.
Let them know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You should not have all of the control because you have a kid. Like that, it's his kid too.
Hey, but now it's a lot of fathers, including me, that actually have their kids.
There you go.
And
that's big.
Yeah, and at the beginning, I didn't put my first baby mama on child support.
Mm-hmm.
I waited years.
Yeah.
I'm talking 10, 12 years before I did. And then when I did, I still gave her the card because she was old enough to do what she do with it. But it's a lot of men that's out there that are willing to take their kids.
Yeah.
And if their mama don't want to do nothing, get on. Give me mine and let me enjoy my life.
Yeah.
So another question, why badmouth another parent in front of the company of your kids?
You can't do that. You can't.
Why do you use the kids as pawns?
To me,
why? Do you know you are making your kids feel so helpless?
Whew.
And they just, you making them feel so hurt and small, and like you're making them feel. I can't even describe how you make children feel when you're talking about a parent that they love, and you're steady belittling those parents, and then you tell the kids you can't see your daddy, you know, because we're talking about baby mama. So I'm staying within the context. So you can't see your baby daddy your dad because he didn't pay these light bills. Or
to me, that's part of the maturity. Like, if you're gonna have an argument, keep it away from the kids, because that can mentally mess up the kid, and it's all generational. So if they see that, then they seek that. Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So with me and my kids, even if me and my wife get in an argument, we don't do it in front of our kids.
Absolutely.
As far as I know, my kids think we're the greatest parents and we love each other and we never argue.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
But there's times when I'm like,
you hold it.
And you know what you do, Jess. You know what you do.
Yeah, you just wait till.
Yeah, she ain't here to speak, so I'm gonna say
yeah.
But I don't believe in doing it. I didn't grow up with my parents fighting in front of me.
Right.
And my parents are still together this day, and now I see how my dad is. I see how the men around me are with their wives, and that's what I desire to be. But if you see that your parents are arguing all the time, then it's normal.
Right.
And I don't believe in that.
And then that's what you're gonna do.
Right.
When you get into a relationship with your baby mama,
then it's gonna follow generation to generation.
Yeah, we gotta break that cycle.
Break that cycle. So my kids, it was the opposite in my relationship. So I divorced my husband because he was very complacent and just was very comfortable with life, and at a very young age, because I got my husband when I was 14. So at a very young age.
14?
14. He was my first everything. First
I'm not
first
judging
date,
you,
first everything. Well, he was my first everything. Yeah. So then I got married, and both my children are by my ex-husband. And so he was just, when we divorced, he was bad-mouthing me to my children. Even years later, even till this day, if my kids call him and say something about me, he's gonna badmouth me to my kids. He's still hurt and bitter to this day. So, but I've never returned fire. Never. It got so deep to where my kids had to address him. Hey, stop talking about my mom. She doesn't talk about you. So it affects the kids. The kids get involved, and then it actually has an adverse effect. So you're talking about the kids you're talking about the parents to the kids in turn start to dislike you. They start to dislike you, so stop doing it, because it's not a weapon. It's a weapon against you. All right? So stop trying to program these kids to hate their fathers. Don't do that.
That brings up a question that's kind of off topic, but at what point did you realize that your parents aren't perfect?
When I became a parent myself. I didn't understand before I became a parent, because I was like, oh, my parents should have done this, and they should have did this, and they should have. But when I became a parent and I found myself in those same situations, I was like, that's why. Yeah, that's why.
What about you?
Man, I was trying to think about it while she was talking. I was trying to think, because I don't think my household was like yours, so.
What was the dynamic in your household?
Man, my stepdad was a player. So, and I seen that at a younger age, and, it got to me a lot, and eventually when I got older, I did the same exact thing to my baby moms.
Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? You act like what you see, right?
Yeah. So.
Okay, so for me, speaking along those lines, my mom was very submissive. Very submissive.
You ain't submissive at all.
She was very submissive. She cooked, she cleaned, she did all those things. And so I saw the effects of that, and how someone could take advantage of that. So I stood against that. I would never be submissive. So your childhood does play a lot into the way you think and how you treat things. So for me, my mom was super submissive, cooked clean. She was a wonderful wife. I ain't doing none of that shit. I ain't doing nothing.
But you might when you find that one though.
So I'm gonna say this. I do the things to make. I do certain things to make my guy happy, but I'm not submissive in any form or fashion. And I teach my guys. I teach them and train them. Don't you say submissive to me. You better use another word because it's the same thing. I think it's psychological. So don't say submissive. You can say I have a good woman. She's kind. She's giving. She's caring. Don't say I have a submissive because once you use that term, I don't know what it does to
It's just that word.
my psyche and my brain to where I'm like, I think it's a negative and very condescending word. So don't say submissive. But I am a very great woman. But I would never, because of my childhood, consider myself submissive. I just wouldn't.
Were you an only child?
No. It was my sister and I. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your
And my
sister
mom.
older or younger?
She's younger.
Okay.
So I had to protect a lot of situations. So yeah, no, I'm not submissive. That's not even on my bucket list. I'm not even seeking to be submissive. Don't be submissive, Negro. You submit to me. Oh, yeah, that's what you need to do.
We always do.
But you don't want a submissive man, no.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't want to.
When y'all put us on child support, that's trying to make us be submissive.
Interesting.
Okay. So who should carry the kids on the taxes? If the man is paying child support and helping to raise the kid, why does a woman get to take and carry the kid on child support? If you're paying,
That's a good question.
you're buying school supplies,
I need
shoes,
the answer for that.
you doing all of that.
He's like, huh?
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Right.
Please tell me.
Why does she get
Comment
to carry
if
the
you know.
kids? Yes, comment below and let us know because I'm oblivious. I don't know.
I want to know.
Why does she get to carry the kids every year on her taxes? Like he doesn't get a tax break?
I think it's whoever has the kid, whoever has ownership of the kid.
Okay.
Because even if you're giving child support, I at least, in my ignorance, I don't deal with this, but in my ignorance, I would say, I think typically it costs more than what child support is giving.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of little things that you don't take into consideration.
Yeah.
Yes. So I agree with that. But I'm speaking not just merely child support, but if a guy if he can prove that I paid some bills, I bought all of the school supplies, I bought all of these things, I did this, I went beyond child support.
Preach.
So for me, why can't we take turns? I'm not saying totally give it to her, but 2010 I carried the kid, 2011 he carried him, why can't it be that way? If a man can say, listen, I bought all the school supplies, all this, I paid his car note, if he's of age, I paid his car note, I paid his insurance, because there are a lot of dads that go beyond child support.
I'll tell you exactly why. Because once tax season hits, nobody cares about any of that. All you care about is that check you trying to get.
That money.
That is it. It's all a money play.
No.
So I don't care how much money you gave me. If you claim this check, I lose money.
Yeah.
So why would I let you do that?
And I'm going to tell you, I'm a single parent. I'm speaking from a single parent that has been married, did not get any alimony, very little, very minimal child support. I'm just for what's right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Because I had my baby daddy, ex-husband that did the very bare minimum. I should have carried those kids. Yes, every year, yes, that Negro didn't deserve ish. But I was in a relationship with a guy that did everything. The baby mama didn't do anything. He did everything. Child support. The kids called him for everything. I need my hair done. I need some shoes. I need some socks. She's spending her money on. No, she's spending her money on dating some Negro. Yeah. Getting her hair and her nails done. She did nothing for the kids. So she was going to have to pay her light bill anyway. She was going to have to pay their water bill anyways. She was going to have to do that. So for me, it's not fair. It's not fair for men to stand up and be providers and love their children and not have their children to want for anything. That's not fair that she can continue to carry these kids every year, and a man can say, listen, I paid her light bill, I paid her whatever. Exactly. The only thing I didn't pay was her mortgage, but I paid everything else. She called me about that water bill. She called me about that light bill. I bought computers in that house because my kid was there.
Hey, even with the stimulus check thing, just bringing it on up to a month or two ago, guess who got the stimulus money for the kids? Not the dad.
No.
But it went to the baby mama. Is that fair?
I'm just saying for baby daddies that do everything. And there are a lot of guys out there that saying, I mean these good guys, they're saying, my child would not go with that. I don't give a damn who she dating, what she got going on. I'm going to provide for my kids. If she want to use her money to go get her hair and nails done, my kids are not going to go with that life. So I'm going to pay for that. Why can't he provide something to the child support authority and say, listen, I paid all these things. Can I get a tax break?
No.
Why can't he get a tax break?
Because the government wants their taxes. Because that's how the government makes their money.
Yeah. I'm not saying totally, and ladies, I'm not talking against you guys, but I'm saying let's make it be equal.
I have a question. So, do you think child support should be based off of the income of the father or the amount it costs to raise the child?
The income of the father.
No, I don't think so.
And the reason why I'm saying is because how is it that your kid goes to live with the mom, and let's say she's going through hard times right now, she's on low income, not even low income, but she's a whatever. And so she's in an apartment. And then she goes to her dad's house and he's in some elaborate mansion. That's not fair for the kid. Actually, that's like some sort of, that should have some mental effect.
But if I'm a millionaire, and when I was young, I had a child with a girl who I don't care about, she's young-minded. Mm-hmm. If she wants, if I'm a billionaire, how about that? If I'm a billionaire, does it cost that much to raise a child?
No, it don't. That's like a lot of these NBA players and NFL players. They having kids with these, groupies or whatever.
With these gold diggers that we talked about last episode. Yeah. As an opportunity.
And they getting $25,000 a month to raise
it doesn't cost that much.
It don't
Make
cost
better
that much
choices.
to raise
Make better choices.
You're right about that.
Make better choices. Stop seeing fat ass and nice titties and having babies with them. Get to know them. Get to know their goals and their aspirations and their dreams. Get to know that. Stop.
Like I said in the last episode.
But it's still wrong though.
Alcohol.
Yeah. So then don't complain about it.
But do you think it's right though?
I do.
For me, just because I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
I have to pay you $25,000
because I think it affects the child. Once you go from the let's say not saying
you need to be my attorney then. I think it affects the child. Not me.
It affects the child. If I'm going from, because I lived it where my fiance's kids, we were traveling, we're in these big huge mansions and we're doing all these things, and then they have to, their mom lived in he bought her they lived in Louisiana, so they lived in like this double wide. He bought her double wide.
So he provided housing for them.
He provided the housing. He did. So he did that. But those kids right now are so jacked up because he had other kids that didn't live in a double wide.
Are you talking about your kids?
Hell no. No.
So we're talking about Brio here.
No. Brianna lives in this that I provide, goddamn.
Immaculate mansion. Yes, when I walk in, I'm like, gosh, I'm blessed to be here.
Really? Yeah, he had kids that didn't live in a double wide and didn't live that certain level of life. And those kids are very rebellious. The ones that did live in a lower standard lifestyle, they're rebellious. They're like, Dad, how did you do all these things, but you left us to live this way? You left us for my mom to be on
was
food
crazy. That's why.
You left my mom
to be on food
She didn't deserve
it. I'm sorry.
You left us
You
to live
deserve
in
it, but I give the money to the mama and she don't deserve it. So just come live with me.
Yeah.
Right. When he
That's
tried to take the kids, he did, and then the mom, she refuted it.
Cause she crazy.
But so for the kids, they couldn't see it. They're like, we're in a double wide, we're in trailers, and then when we come visit you, we go to all these different places and live this certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
So make your choice, kids. What do you like better?
Yeah. Mom and dad.
Hey.
Guys, make better decisions.
Yeah.
Stop making babies with these Instagram models and thinking that you should have. Wait, hold on. Because there's some Instagram models I really think are really nice.
I can't help but I can't unfollow them. I just can't.
So there's no shock to that. But what I'm saying is, make sure the women that you bear children with have some standards and goals, please.
Then
you don't have to
key.
come back and try to support two households.
That is key. I don't deal with baby mama drama, and it is, from what my friends tell me, I am very blessed, and that's because I was very selective with who I was with. And I would say do the same thing.
Right. So, one of the last questions. Why do women feel they deserve full custody? Why do they think they deserve full custody? Why can't we have joining custody, equal custody? What is it called?
That's just to get back at the dad.
Why?
That's pretty much all it is.
Why
The ones that want that, they are bitter, heartbroken, or trying to get back at you, eye for an eye.
Yep.
That's all that is.
I feel like if the baby daddy is on his ish and he's being a great father, be happy, because there's a lot of fathers out here that are miscellaneous. They are gone. They are out of the picture.
Thank you. It is a blessing to have a father that wants to be there for their kids.
Please be happy, ladies. Be happy that you have to fight a Negro behind your kids, because he can be gone. You be like, where is your child support?
I got so many friends that are like that, where the women are just immature, or they start unnecessary drama. Like, there are women out there who the fathers don't even want to be in the picture.
Right.
So be happy at least, even if y'all don't get along, be happy that the father wants to be a part of your child's life, because that is important. You can't raise a boy. You can't. Straight up. You can try, but every child needs a fatherly figure in their life.
Absolutely.
And I'm done.
Absolutely. So, ladies, the takeaway, guys, be mature, okay? Let these guys play a part in the kid's life, all right? Stop using them as pawns. Get your own goddamn life. If you get your own life, you ain't got to worry about these dudes. If it didn't work out, it just didn't work out. Please be mature enough to move on with your life and let these guys be a participant in these kids' life without going through any drama with you. Please, and stop feeling like you own these kids. They are your pawns to use in some sort of, in a game of life, to where you can move and use them however you feel. That's not fair. If you got a good baby daddy, stand within the context. If you have a good baby daddy, be thankful. Be thankful, because there are a lot of women that wish they were in your shoes. You got a good baby daddy, let him be a good baby daddy without being messing or just having to deal with your BS, please.
I said I'm done, but I gotta say one more thing. First of all, and only of all, if you have a baby daddy that wants to be in the child's life, like, grow up and learn how to work together. Because at the end of the day, y'all are a team raising a child. And if y'all don't get along, that's going to pass down to the child. So just figure out a way to get together and
just
figure it out.
Cohesive. Yes.
Grow up.
Yeah, to piggyback on what he said, man, just communicate. Communication is the breakdown of every relationship.
Hey.
And if he want to be in the kid's life, let him do that. Don't use that. Don't use that.
Yeah.
It's plenty of us that's out here that want to be in our kids' life, and it's some of us that's out here that the baby mama is so bad of a person, they turned that man against the kid.
Oh, that's another topic.
Oh,
that's another topic. Woo, that's another. Come Come on, somebody. He done took us to church.
Hey,
He done took us to church.
we are happy that you joined us today in between the two talks. Man,
Yes.
I'm so happy.
That was a great episode. That was a great episode. We need you guys to drop comments below, like, follow, share. We need you to hit that like button right now. And we need you to share it with your friends. Okay? All right?
Why are you so hostile?
I know.
Please.
That topic
Like,
just got me worked up. It just got me worked up.
We would love to
Yes.
see you again on the next episode of Between the
That
Two
part.
Talks.
That part.
You
Right
know?
there. That part.
Good seeing y'all. See you next week.
Peace.